Hey guys, let's talk about TwoSun. TwoSun knives, huh? Yeah, I'm starting to try to at least have some semblance of trying to keep up with some of the new models they're coming out with. Because, I just fell out of it for a while. Hadn't really been able to keep up, and they just keep rocking and rocking. And some people are like, they're just putting out too much stuff and it's too crazy and it doesn't make sense and blah blah blah. Mm, yeah, but you could say that about a bunch of other knife manufacturers as well. The one thing for sure, they have some pretty talented designers that really hadn't designed for anybody before they did designs for TwoSun. This one is designed by Jelly Jerry. And if you hadn't heard, he had an incident because he lives in Vietnam, right? And so he's doing a lot of designs and stuff like that for TwoSun, and they send him a prototype, or they send him one of the finished knives, right? So he goes to the post office to pick one up, and he's already it's not like he hasn't done a bunch. He's done a bunch, so he probably has 30 or 40 of his own designs at home in his house or whatever. But he goes to the post office to get the latest and greatest one that's sitting there for him to pick it up. And on his way back, he gets pulled over by the police. And apparently, I know it's a shock, but in a communist country, they do have various and sundry knife laws that prohibit the citizenry from owning knives or whatever. I don't know what the deal was, what the specifics were. But yes, then they went they found the knife, and then they went to his home, and then they took all the other knives that he had. So, and I don't know what the other, if he's going to have to pay fine or what the specifics are, but it's unfortunate. And here I am flipping the 214, and I got this one recently. So I don't know when he did this design. I'm thinking he did it months before he ever had his issues, but he does so many great designs, and this is out there, but this struck my fancy. Okay, this struck my fancy because I like his designs a lot, but this is weird with this like yellow G10 and then this gold ano titanium with the blue and other kind of colors, a little hint of purple, that kind of thing in here. And right and left hand, okay, milled pocket clip that's gold. It doesn't have the funky monkey pattern on it. Well, maybe it does a little bit, doesn't it? It just doesn't show up as much. And it's got the same thing on the back spacer. So, but this is 14C. So it's not M390. Now okay. So this takes a little bit of getting used to. So because what you got to do, and let me bring up my stand just a little bit. I got to give myself room to maneuver with this knife. Okay, so you see, you got to get it over the detent ball. It's a little late. See, it's not over the detent ball. So when I pick it up to try, and then I throw it back into the open position. But you got to let this and that flipper tab all the way over. Okay. Can you finger flick it? Yeah. So you got this hollow grind, flat grind combo. Let me grab a little piece of paper at least. Okay. Yeah, it's sharp. Okay. How about this front? Okay, that too. Um, Interesting. I just thought it was such a fascinating design. And then this is really stunning actually with this. I think so. It's bright, it's sunny, but it's cool. See these overlays? That's very, very interesting how they did that. Yeah, we will disassemble this and take a look. And so we've got screws here. They're holding this overlay. And probably also, you know what? They're also securing this lock bar because, obviously it's a liner lock. Here's your lockup, 25, 30%. It's not difficult to disengage. It's just, see, that still hasn't, now it is, gone over the detent ball. So it's really late getting over there. So you're really gonna have to find yourself, in many cases, I'm telling you to get way up here, right? But in this case, I'm telling you, you got to get way back here, way back on the back of that finger choil or that choil area or whatever you want to call it to get it over the detent ball. So it's a different kind of cat in that regard. And now let's see if I can get my scale out here. Let's see how heavy it is, but it's a good size knife. And that's another thing I like about it. It's a full size knife. 139 grams. So let's roll around to ounces. 4.9, basically. So it's under 5. That's not bad for as big a dog as it is. And how big a dog is it? That's 3 3/4 right there. Down here, what do you got? 3.3, yeah, it's about 3.3 cutting edge. You got a big choil area there though. So you got 95, 96 millimeter blade length. Not quite 8.5, but you're getting there. You're getting there. 8 3/8, over 8 3/8. Give it another 16th, and then 21.5 centimeters. Okay. Now, it looks to be kind of fat in the hand, and it is 0.66 at 16.8 millimeters. Okay. I believe you. 3.4 millimeter blade stock at 0.13. So, really not a lot out there is running 3.5 to 4 millimeter blade stock, but this one's pretty hefty in that regard, yet it's still under 5 ounces, yet it's still about 8.5-inch knife with a 3 3/4-inch blade. And then you can jump up here if you want, and you've got jimping. So it's not a thumb ramp going up, but it's thumb ramp going down. And that's considerable jimping there. Okay. So actually usable, that's comfortable there. That's comfortable there. But you know what? This would be just fine here. And it is comfortable here. I mean, finger, boom, all the rest, not a problem. Kind of really right in there. Holding, yeah, not a problem. Good purchase. Ambidextrous thumb studs. And it's a satin grind, so it's not like it's stone washed, like it's all rounded that much. But yeah, it's okay. There's no sharp edges or anything. Fit and finish on these is pretty good. Okay, so we're not gonna try and unscrew it from the front, but let's do it from the back. And we got this. What more do we have? And are these number 8s? And no, they're not. So good thing we got the number 6 sitting out here. So these, let's see how this whole thing breaks down. It might be kind of interesting going through this hole here, getting this underneath screw and getting another underneath screw. And hold on. Well, those are reflections of these two holes. It's like, come on, dude. Okay, let's just get this pocket clip off of here. If we may be so bold, and let me see if I can actually, don't I have you unscrewed? Yeah, well, let's do this. One more, and let's see what we got under here. Let's see if we can get these. Yeah, that's pretty long little screw right there, but it may be a little different than the others. And I did. I said, yeah, I unscrewed you. Okay, all this shit's coming off and falling around. Okay, so is that the pocket? Yeah, there's a pocket clip screw right there. That's okay. So that's pretty easy to identify. And why am I? Oh, okay. Now this screw and this screw are the same size, right? Okay, so they're putting same size. Okay. So I got to get up under here. Okay, so that's why that's not coming off. So I got a screw coming from the inside to secure the pocket clip. Good thing I didn't yank and crank on that overly too much. There's my stop. Here's my lock bar. See what I'm saying? And no, there's just a ceramic detent. And let's see if we can, okay, we can pull this off. Okay. So there's the screw that comes from underneath for the pocket clip. So let's rest it, oh, over by where the pocket clip is, except it's still attached. Okay, pocket clip over here. And, mama. And we just threw that one off. Okay. This, they all seem, no, the ones for the scale that are holding this on to here, they're a little bit shorter than the body screws. All right, we got ceramic bearings right there and right there. And what do we got? Yeah, so we've got a captured pivot here, just like that. And that comes through from the front and gets captured here in the back. And there's these washers. And let me see what I got here. These are just a surround here. And just like that. Okay. The washer, pop that up as well. So there we are with a full G10. Got these little nubs so the overlay can get, can get centered on there, located, etc. There's for your liner lock bar. Okay. And we're all good. And drop. Are we good? Let me see. Well, we're centered. And no play. Okay, we're good. I don't think I tightened it too tight, so we're good there as well. The 214 sand, whatever they want to call it, and cherry jelly. Nice design. Yeah, it's in his design language. I recognize him in this, but yeah, I like his design. So there's that. Good size knife, interesting. Love the colors. He popped it, I really like it. I'm going to let you go. We do love them knives. So you guys stay sharp.